For this next section, I want to thank Jess for sharing her samples last week, and Ireng for also sharing your samples the week before. Some of the music that we create in EML is not necessarily songs or dance tracks. Some of it is experiments in sound or soundscapes. And I'm going to use one of my samples as a kind of starting point. Here I've got the auntie selling at the market. And I'm going to download the sound. I've downloaded it. I'm going to have to bring it into Ableton now. So let's start a new live set. Or maybe I'll just mute all of these. Easier to mute all of these. I'm going to insert an audio track. And let's find where my samples are. I'll probably need to add a folder, and it probably downloaded into my downloads folder. Is it here? So I select folder. Okay, let's go to, remember I did add a folder, downloads. Is it here? There, auntie selling at the market. So I'm dragging it in. And here I have now the entire sound. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, I need to unwarp it. It's playing too fast. Okay. When it warps, it tries to follow the beat. I do not want that to happen. In fact, I got to switch off my metronome. Why did I have a metronome on, right? So I actually only want this first part. Really, yeah? Because I'm going to do a split. And actually, I don't need this part. Don't worry, the file itself is still, I'm deleting this part now. Don't worry, the actual file itself is still untouched. I've only just deleted the parts which are in Ableton at the moment. So I just want these parts. So for those of you who don't speak Mandarin, basically she's talking about somebody who's like trying to sleep and it's been too hot, right? So now you're trying some product and it's helping them feel really cool. I think so. Yeah. So I think that this is very interesting. Well, that's me. And I want to use this kind of as a basis of a piece of music. So I'm going to actually take parts of her piece of music, parts of what she has, and I'm going to split them up. And I could split them up in a couple of ways. So what I could do is I could zoom in. If I use the plus key, I actually can zoom in. Okay. And I can do. Okay, so I split here. Right click, split. Okay, then another one, I can do another split. Another split. Another split. So I've got a bunch of splits now. Zooming out using the minus key. And I want to make it more, I've dragged it into a new track and it creates a new track for me. I want to space them out a bit because I want this to have some like rhythmic feeling now. I can't help it. I just like rhythm. So I'm spacing it out. And to really give it rhythm, I'm going to add in an echo or a delay. So let's try an echo. Audio effects. I'm going to go to echo and I'm going to try a vintage delay. Just try one of these presets. Now, when it comes to echo, always make sure that your dry wet, you must have the dry so you can hear the original sound. Your wet is your echo. Otherwise, if you don't have it, you will only hear the echo, which is very weird. I wonder what this sounds like. I think there's too much echo. I want to hear more of the original sound. So I'm going to turn down the dry wet to maybe about 30%. Also, I think that it's too fast, the echoes. I actually want them to be longer. So I'm actually going to make it into a 1 bar echo. Okay, that's too slow. I'm going to turn it to 1/4 sound. I'm going to take other parts. There's a very interesting right at the end of this one, right? Do you notice that? Let's hear that. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to bring it onto the next track. Insert another audio track. That last Let's zoom in on this. It's actually right at the end, right? Solo it. So interesting. I want to take this and I want to change it into something that's going to give me undo. I want to take it and I want to put it onto some other effect, which is going to give me a feeling of like spectral time. Spectral time will give me trails. Okay. Spectral time takes grains of it and then, well, you hear it, you understand. I'm also going to duplicate this a few times. Duplicate this, duplicate this, duplicate this, highlight, duplicate this, highlight all, duplicate again. Let's see what I get out of here. Oops, sorry, unsolo. Okay, so I'm copying that out more. So here I've got, maybe I decided I want to change the delay time to something a bit slower. Yeah. So I've got a whole bunch of things I can do now with just this sound. I want to take something more from this third sound, which is So I'm going to copy this out to another track. Paste it here. I just want this part. And I'm going to put in something else. I'm going to put in a guitar pedal just because I think it will sound interesting. I don't repeat this too often. I'll come in later. But meanwhile, these things are carrying on. So from the start,